evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to tonight's ESD boys basketball matchup between our guests, the Harrisburg Tigers, and your host, our Brookings Bobcats. This contest is being conducted by the administration of Brookings High School under the guidance and regulation of the South Dakota High School Activities Association for the enjoyment and educational benefit of high school students. We encourage you to support your team in a positive manner while pursuing victory with honor. Sportsmanship is all about respecting the game, each other, and yourselves. Please enjoy the game and support these student athletes while modeling good sportsmanship. Ladies and gentlemen, we now ask that you please stand and join us in honoring America with the playing of our national anthem. As a reminder, proper respect for the flag is to remove your hats, stand at attention, and place your right hand over your heart. Active and retired military personnel may salute and show proper respect to the flag. Ladies and gentlemen, our national anthem. Before we meet tonight's teams, we have a special announcement. You may notice that several players are wearing blue socks. Tonight, the Brookings boys basketball team would like to spread awareness for prostate cancer. The blue socks they are wearing represent the color of prostate cancer awareness. In 2024, roughly 300,000 men will be newly diagnosed with prostate cancer. 1 in 8 men will be affected by prostate cancer in their lifetime, with the exception of skin cancer that is more than any other type of cancer. Receiving proper health screenings, starting with prostate-specific antigen tests, can be life-saving. Screening is important because many early prostate cancers do not cause symptoms. Early detection can save lives. When detected early, prostate cancer is highly treatable. Prostate cancer awareness is an opportunity for men to take charge of their health and for families to support their loved ones and for healthcare providers to emphasize the importance of early detection. And now let's meet the lineups for tonight's contest. First for the Tigers. At guard number 3, 6-foot senior, Caden Anderson. At forward number 5 is 6'6" senior Isaiah. At guard number 12 is 6'3" senior Nolan Kroll. At forward number 21 is 6'3" junior Skellen Larson. And at forward number 23 is 6'6" senior Aiden Huston. The Tigers are joined by Scott Lenrock, assisted by Dave Gore, Andy Kleinschott, Darren Raleigh, Greg Hamilton, and Terrell Fujimoto. And now for your Bobcats, first the cheerleaders. Chloe Barber. Brooke Kirkbach. Kate Katie Marshall, Lucy Simmons, Logan Riegel, Diana McClellan, and Anya Kleitz. Bobcats cheerleaders head coach is Hannah Simmons. And now before we meet the Bobcat starters, here's tonight's Future Bobcat, brought to you by the Brookings Basketball Association. Starting at guard for the Future Bobcats is new rise Nia. He's a first grader at Brookings Elementary who's studying to become an engineer someday. New rise loves watching the practice, and he loves having his favorite buzzer beaters and loves cheese pizza. And now, here are the starters for the Bobcats. At guard number 2, a 6'2" junior, Jones Hunter. At guard number 3, a 6'2" junior, Bobby McCarty. At guard number 5, a 6'2" junior, Chase Power. And guard number 10, a 5'11" junior, Drew Johnson. And forward number 11, a 6'5" junior, Meredith Breslau. The Bobcats are coached by Mike McCarty, assisted by Joe Harrisburg, Joe Robertson, and Claire Clever. Tonight's event trainers, Sweat Letterman and Eric Kirby. Tonight assistant coaches Carrie Brown, the officials Chad Young, Sherman Brady, and Jacob Stewart. Team administration, Jeff DeVorak.
The John Kaler, who's normally out there to start things off. Bergen Tetzloff set to jump it up, the 6'5" junior. And he's jumping up against Caden Anderson. I'm sorry, number 5, Isaiah Tapp, the 6'6" senior. And the opening tip controlled by the Bobcats. Bauer scoops it to Johnson to start things off. He's calling out the play. Bobcats have the first possession of the ball game. Johnson dribbles right in the backcourt, goes to Bauer. Bauer dribbles to the wing, reverses to the elbow now, and now dead ball, pivoting, goes right side for McCarty. McCarty dribbles into the front court, picks it up, goes on the wing for Hunnemer. Hunnemer passes left side for Bauer. Bauer dribbles in 18-footer, straight away, no good. Rebound come down to Larson, and he'll give off to Anderson to start things off for Harrisburg. Caden Anderson in the backcourt. Dribbling back and forth using a stationary pick out top from Costain. Now he passes to Kroll. Kroll dribbles in. Shot is blocked by Bauer and loose ball grabbed by the Bobcats. Hunnemer up on the other end. Dribbles left wing. Hands off for McCarty, who calls for a pick from Tetzloff. Dribbles down the right side of the lane and lost the ball. Got tipped. Regains it. Goes to Bauer, top of the key. Left side Hunnemer. Now right side Johnson. He leaves for McCarty. McCarty jab steps. Goes in the lane for Hunnemer, who takes it up, gets it blocked by Costain. Now a fight for it. Caden Anderson goes to the floor, gets it to his teammate. Now Kroll has it right side off a pass from Costain. In the backcourt for Anderson. Anderson dribbling, goes right wing now for Kroll. Kroll goes down in the corner for Larson. Larson dribbles out on the wing, goes top of the key for Anderson. He's going to hoist a deep three, no good, short. And the rebound comes down for Tetzloff. About a 24-footer, no good. Top of the key, Tetzloff goes in the corner for McCarty. Pump fakes, dribbles baseline, gets it shut off by Tapp. Out top of the key to Hunnemer. Hunnemer scoops it to Johnson. Johnson looking inside, nothing there. Goes right side for Bauer, who's going to hoist a three and hit. Jace Bauer gets the scoring started, 3-0 Bobcats. You heard Coach Langenrock talking in the pregame interview about how his team is not shot creators. That is something that's given the Bobcats trouble all season, so that might play into their favor. Dribbling right baseline and pump faking is Larson. He's going to take the shot up. He'll be fouled. Get the ball swept away and go to the line to shoot a couple. And we'll await the official call here. And it's going to go on Bergen Tetzloff, an early foul. First one for Bergen. First of the game for either team. Stellan Larson, the 6'3" junior, at the line for a couple. And Bergen's going to have to try and obviously stay out of foul, but at least he wants to do everything. They're going to size. 6'6", 6'6", and they got plenty of bigs. So Bergen's the last guy, really, that
Brookings can afford to get into foul trouble. Helps having Winston come on that pushing side, but over those two could be a little troublesome if those two stay high.
Larson hit both free throws. He's a 62% free throw shooter, averages 11.2 points per game as the scoring leader for Harrisburg. 3-2 Bobcats. Right wing now McCarty dribbling into the front court to the baseline, trying to back down Tap. Takes it up and gets it blocked out of bounds. And Tap just kind of rolls his eyes like, why are you trying that?
Yeah, you like the aggressiveness from Brookings. We saw that too against the Huron, with outline in there. It was tough to create some of those shots just with the presence and height that he had down there.
Right wing now, Hunnemer. Pass in the backcourt is tipped. And now just leaving it go. And Tap is going to bring it up after he picked it up on the loose ball. Takes it all the way in the lane and lays it up. As Brody McCarty just kind of let the loose ball go. He could have chased it down. So Harrisburg is up by 1, 4-3. Johnson goes in the corner for Bauer. He goes baseline for Tetzloff. Tetzloff trying to back down Costain. Dribbles and spins around. Costain got a good look. The shot no good. It's tipped out of bounds though by Costain. It will stay with Brookings. Fresh 35 as it went off the rim on the miss for Tetzloff. McCarty will inbound underneath his own bucket. Left side gets it in right side to Tetzloff, who lost it on the way up off the bottom of the backboard. Tap has it, gives off for Anderson, and Harrisburg has it on their end. Left wing pass for Larson. Larson lobs it in, tipped away by Hunnemer, back out to Larson. He goes right side for Kroll. Now he gives to Anderson. To Kroll on the wing. He dribbles to the baseline, gets it shut off by Bauer, and now Kroll loses it out of bounds, just crossing over, and didn't get his opposite hand on it, and it just trickles out of bounds. Turnover to Brookings.
Needs to capitalize on. We've seen that through the season. They're one of the teams that has a lot of turnovers, so if they can force the turnover like they did there and continue to force some more, hopefully they can then capitalize on those.
6'1" sophomore David Doe, number 22, in for Harrisburg as Kroll sits down. Bobcats have the ball, right wing. McCarty, left side to Bauer. Bauer loses handle on it, regains it, tried to go inside to Tetzloff, but it's not even anywhere close to on target, out of bounds. Back over to Harrisburg. Had the right idea, just not a very accurate pass.
Yeah, right idea. Maybe needs a little more touch on that. Kind of looked like a fastball coming in instead of just maybe a little floater on that one.
Yeah, Tetzloff had good backside position. Anderson goes on the baseline for Costain. Jab step dribble, loses it right underneath the basket, picks it up and puts it up and in off the board quickly, and it's 6-3 Harrisburg. First bucket for Costain. Johnson in the backcourt. Dribbling to the right side, crosses over to the left elbow, almost shot. Thought about shooting it, goes in the corner for McCarty, who dribbles into the lane. He passes out in the backcourt for Bauer. Left corner now, Johnson, who goes into Tetzloff, who takes it up strong. He's going to get fouled and go to the line to shoot a couple. It's going to be Costain who's tagged with that one, I believe, and it is. That'll be the first on Aiden Costain. To the line for a couple goes Bergen Tetzloff. Tetzloff, a 56% free throw shooter. And in and out on the first one. He's tied for lead in the scoring department for the Bobcats, along with Brody McCarty. They both average 11.1 per game. I want to say thanks to Right Angle Construction for being a sponsor of high school sports here. Second free throw for Tetzloff is good. 6-4, Harrisburg with the lead and the ball back. On the other end, Harrisburg has it. Anderson goes right side for Doe. Doe dribbles down the left side of the lane, gets it poked away from help defense by Hunnemer. Hunnemer now gets it tipped away. Doe tips it, and off of Bauer. Doe gets it back and can't get it to go off the board short as Bauer bodied him up and got the hands in the way to bother the shot. So Brookings gets it back. You go to Johnson on the baseline, to Bauer on the wing. He dribbles, spins, gets it tipped away and stolen by Anderson, who's up on the other end. Hunnemer in the lane trying to guard him, and he'll scoop it up and in with the right hand from the left side, Will Anderson. And it's 8-4 Harrisburg. Left wing now, McCarty scoops to Johnson. Johnson in the post for Tetzloff. Left block, dribbles in the lane, and takes it up and lost it on the way up. Almost still got it to go in. And on the rebound, it's last touched by Bauer of Brookings and back over to the Tigers. Gavin Smith checks in. Jace Bauer will sit down for Brookings. 8-4 here, 3:08 to go in the first quarter. I want to say thanks to Brookings Auto Mall for being a sponsor here. To Doe, back to Anderson, right side, dribbles to the elbow, kicks it out on the wing. A 3 for Larson, nothing but net for Stellan Larson, the 6'3 junior. 11-4, Harrisburg. That's what Coach Langrock was talking about. If we run our offense and move the ball, we're going to get open looks. That's how they generally score. They don't generally take you off the dribble. To score, anyway. They might do it to drive and dish a little bit. Left wing, McCarty's three is blocked by number 11, Creighton Gibbon. And Harrisburg has a loose ball. Anderson up ahead to Doe. Doe into the lane, into traffic, pulls up from 10 feet. No good, strong off the board. Rebound, tapped out on the wing, grabbed by Doe. He goes to Gibbon. Top of the key, Larson. Left side, Anderson, who dribbles baseline, pulls up, in and out. Shot might have been bothered just a little bit by Tetzloff, and Tetzloff is going to pick up the second foul on Aiden Costain here early. Quickly up off the bench and coming back in is going to be Isaiah Tapp. Well, that's big to get Costain in a little foul trouble early.
It is, and now you see Winston Plummer checking into it, and he's a guy that you can look for down low. He's got some good size, some good strength. Brookings did a pretty good job so far, kind of offensively slowing the pace down to find yourself down 7. So again, if you could slow it down here and try and get some good looks on offense, cut into this Harrisburg lead.
Johnson, top of the key, pulls up from 3, no good. Long rebound is tracked down by Jacob Graff into the game. He quickly is up on the other end, gives off to Larson. Larson into the lane, kicks it into the corner for Gibbon, a 3. Air ball short, rebounded by Plummer. He'll let it clear. Now he's going to dribble it up. The big man can handle it. He dribbles it up, and you hear the crowd showing their appreciation. Pass top of the key is tipped away, though, from Hunnemer, and coming away with it is Graff. Graff gives it into Larson in the lane, took it up, and no good. Shot bothered by Johnson, rebounded by Hunnemer. Now back up on the other end to McCarty. Back to Hunnemer, lobs it in for Plummer. Plummer backs down, little jump hook is good for the big man. Winston Plummer gets his first bucket of the night, cuts it to 5. He's a crowd favorite.
He is, and that is a great pass too. Just the touch, the loft on that. You don't have to whip it in. Winston obviously has that post presence. Good seal job right there. A nice little baby hook from 55.
Graff goes right side for Larson, who's going to pump fake and jab step and travel and give the ball back over to Brookings, trailing by 5. Into the game going to be Miles North, 6-foot sophomore, number 24 a guard, and number 40 a center, Caden Van Horsen, the 6'6 senior. And sitting down is Doe and Anderson.
Yeah, I like it now too with Bergen and Winston both in. Kind of takes a little pressure off of one of them not having to maybe get every rebound or even posting up too. Now you got a couple different options to look at rather than just having your eyes on one of them.
Tetzloff slipped in there for Johnson. Right wing, Hunnemer 3, no good. Rebound on the weak side. Grabbed by Larson. He gives off for Graff. Graff quickly onto the other end. Goes in the corner. A pump fake for Gibbon. Got 2 players to fly by. Pulls up from just above the left block and gets the shot to roll in. Nice offensive play by Gibbon. His first bucket, and it's a 7-point game. Harrisburg with the lead. Into the lane, McCarty. 10 feet away, goes to Smith, top of the key, dribbles to the elbow, backs off on the wing, bounces it in for Tetzloff. Tetzloff in some traffic, takes it up strong. He creates another foul. That one's going to go against Larson. That'll be his first. Tetzloff's aggressiveness here early is creating foul situations for the Harrisburg big men. It's the third of the quarter. They've all been on the shot here, though. Tetzloff 1 of 2 so far. And this is the first one this time around. I want to say thanks to Bose Construction for being a sponsor of high school sports here. Larson will sit down after picking up that foul, and back in is Isaiah Tapp, the 6'6 senior. 40.3 on the clock here in the first quarter, a 7-point game. And Tetzloff at the line trying to cut into that. He's now 1 of 3 from the stripe. And 1 of 4 as he misses that one. Tapp tracks down the miss. And now bringing it up is going to be Jacob Graff. Graff, a 5'10 junior. They might want to remeasure that. I don't believe that's accurate. I'd say he's 5'7", 5'8 maybe. Graff left hash, goes in the corner for Tapp. Tapp dribbles, bounces it in, and it was intended for his teammate Van Horsen. He can't handle it, and Tetzloff brings it across the timeline.
Maybe the hair gets him to 5'10"?
Yeah, I don't know what shoes he was wearing that day they measured him, but I would say there's no way he's 5'10". Inside 10 to play here. Bobcats can hold for 1. Smith on the right wing. Dribbles, hands off for Bauer. Bauer dribbles, top of the key, step back 3, no good. Plummer with the tap back from 7, almost got it to go before the buzzer, off the back of the rim. No good. The crowd would have gone nuts. They love him. 13-6 after 1. Harrisburg with the lead, back with quarter number 2 in 60 seconds. Bobcats basketball on the Brookings Radio Sports Network.
Throughout the 2024-25 school year. ID Crew Stores Bobcat athletics teams, fine arts programs, and student organizations. And First Bacon Trust is a proud sponsor of Bobcat arts and athletic programs because we believe everyone should play hard and think easy. Visit any of our 4 Brookings locations.
Bobcats basketball, powered by Brookings Auto Mall and presented by Cubby Sports Bar and Grill. Start of the second quarter. It is going to be Harrisburg ball. And they're going to go with Kroll, Tapp, Larson, Anderson, and Costain. Remember Costain with those 2 fouls here early. And the Bobcats going to go with Plummer and Tetzloff and McCarty. Then they're going to go with Johnson and Bauer. So the 2 big men in for the Bobcats here. Anderson goes top of the key for Kroll. Kroll dribbles, goes in the lane for Larson. A jump hook, no go. That's Costain, missed it badly over Plummer. Got his own rebound, and we're going to get a whistle. And they reset the shot clock, and they weren't supposed to do that, so they'll have to take some time off here.
Yeah, that thing shot off the backboard. No way it hit the rim.
Yeah, no, well right of the rim. So they're putting 23 up instead of 32. There we go. And Van Horsen back in for Harrisburg. And need to figure out who was going to sit down. Looks like Costain. This Coach Langrock talking about maybe that jump hook he just took. Left corner Kroll. Dribbles out on the wing, goes in the back corner, or back court rather, for Anderson. Right side Larson, dribbles to the elbow, kicks it in the corner for Tapp, who dribbles baseline, gets double teamed, dropped it off for Van Horsen, but there to steal it away is Bauer. Nice help defense by Bauer in the lane. Tetzloff has it across the timeline, now into Johnson near the bottom of the circle to start things off for Brookings. Passes right corner for McCarty, dribbles baseline. McCarty spins in the lane, and a little pivot and a jump shot, no good. Strong off the board, rebounded by Tapp. Now Anderson has it up ahead to Larson. Larson in the corner, goes in the backcourt to Anderson. Cross court left wing for Kroll. Kroll dribbles free throw line. Right side to Larson. On the wing, Anderson for 3. No good off the back of the rim. Nice box out by Tetzloff against Tapp. And he secures the rebound with one hand. He gives off for Bauer. Bauer dribbles into the front court. Spins to the elbow. Pass in the backcourt for Johnson. Johnson directing traffic now, trying to get everybody out of the lane. They had a traffic jam down there. Get it to Plummer. Plummer backing his man down, takes it up strong, and lets the man know about it. Let Van Horsen know you can't stop me. And Van Horsen by no stretch is a small kid.
No, and again, that's what Brookings needs to continue to do. And again, Winston, I think, is smart enough to know he doesn't have to shoot it every time, but when he can back you down like that, he's going to have easy layups like he's got 2 tonight.
Block against the backboard for Tetzloff, and the Bobcats have it back. McCarty dribbles to the baseline, picks it up, goes to Winston at the free throw line, 15-footer, rolls it on and drops! 15-foot jumper from the right wing from 15 goes for Plummer. He's got 6.
Like you said, just a crowd favor, and Tetzloff.
Big block into the stands by Tetzloff as Kroll took it up weakly, and Tetzloff said, nope. That ain't going to happen. They call a foul. I didn't catch that in the commotion. They call a foul against Tetzloff. That looked clean. I don't know about that call. That's going to be 2 on Bergen Tetzloff. That's big as well.
I don't know.
Crowd got into
that.
Yeah.
On Tetzloff, like you said, he's the one that sent it 6 rows up.
Yeah, he flew by and just volleyball attacked it into the crowd there. So Tetzloff will sit down with the 2. Gavin Smith back in. And McCarty sat down and Huntemer back in. We've got a whistle here. We've got an issue with the subs for Harrisburg. It's like, well, they were trying to figure out who was going to come in and who was going to wait to come in after the shooter, Kroll, shoots this one. So if Kroll hits this one, then he'll sit down. We've got 6:06 to play, first half. I want to say thanks to Brookings Health System for being a sponsor. Free throw is no good for Kroll. It's 14-10. He went 1 for 2. Bobcats with the ball, trailing by 4. Huntemer dribbles right wing, gives off for Smith. Smith crosses over, goes in the backcourt for Johnson. trying to get their spacing right here. Johnson picks it up right side of the backcourt. Goes in the lane for Smith. Found him back door. Takes it up, left it short, but he's going to be fouled. What a pass by Johnson. Looked dangerous, but it got to his man underneath the bucket.
Off the throw for a second, I thought he was just trying to get it down low to Winnie. But like you said, Gavin Smith was just right there, right place, right time. And was able to go up, draw the foul, get to the line for 2.
Miles Knorr picks up his first. Smith at the line for a couple free throws. Hits his first one. That's his first point of the night. Gavin Smith, a 100% free throw shooter on the year. He keeps that up. Averages 2 points per game. I want to say thanks to Kubota, Farmers Implement, for being a sponsor here. Both free throws good for Gavin Smith. And he cuts it to 2. We've got a timeout on the floor by Brookings. 30-second timeout. We'll keep it right here. But the Bobcats cut it to 2 with those 2 free throws for Gavin Smith. The Bobcats playing pretty well here early, keeping it low scoring and kind of a plodding pace.
And 3 of 6 from the line. So, I mean, really poor shooting from all sorts of the court, but you're only down 2.
I want to say thanks to Stony Brook Sweets for being a sponsor of high school sports here on the Brookings Radio Sports Network. The Bobcats muddying this up and keeping it close here early. 14-12 in the second quarter, 5:47 to go. Harrisburg ball out of the timeout. Anderson will bring it across for the Tigers. Passes left wing, tipped away by Hunnemer, saved by Knorr, and Anderson has it. Dribbles down the right side of the lane. His scoop shot no good, short. Rebounded by Tapp. The putback is short, no good. And it was bothered by Winston, and he gets the rebound, and the crowd loves him for that.
Yeah, the man can do no wrong.
Absolutely.
I'd like to see if he picks up a foul. Do they cheer? Are they happy with the foul?
He's easy to love, there's no doubt. Gavin Smith dribbles into the front court, takes it up strong, off the board, no good, almost got it to go. He'll be fouled, though. It's going to go on David Doe. That'll be his first. Second of the quarter for Harrisburg. Gavin Smith has been energetic on offense here early. Coming off the bench. Couple of free throws. He's 2 for 2 already. His free throw is good, nothing but net. Very confident from the stripe. Again, hasn't missed one all year. Now 3 for 3 in this game. Anderson sits down for Harrisburg. Jacob Graff back in. I want to say thanks to Bauer Services for being a sponsor. And Gavin Smith, a perfect 4 for 4 from the stripe. We're tied at 14. He'll sit down after making that. And Brody McCarty comes back in. Doe will inbound, and Graff will bring it up for Harrisburg. Man-to-man defense for Brookings. Passes top of the key in the backcourt for Gibbon. He swings it left wing now for Knorr. Knorr holds. He's going to try to get it to somebody. Finally gets it to Doe, who dribbles baseline, takes it up. Reverse layup is good as he got around Hunnemer, and then the big man Winston Plummer in the lane. Harrisburg back on top. First bucket for Doe. 16-14. Inside 5 to play, second quarter. I want to say thanks to Anderson Insurance for being a sponsor here. Hunnemer dribbles left elbow, goes on the wing for Johnson, who dribbles into traffic, gets the ball taken away by Graff, who's up on the other end. Goes to his teammate Gibbon, who takes it up strong. That's Noah Weather, who takes it up strong, and he goes high off the board and gets it to go. 18-14, Harrisburg. Bauer in the lane for Plummer. He takes it up strong and just back tap down and gives the muscle man flex, the bodybuilder flex on the way down the court. He's got 8. Doe goes right side, and that is for Gibbon. Gibbon down in the corner for Knorr. Knorr dribbles to the right elbow, fall away, jumper in and out, no good. Rebound is tapped and taken away, knocked away from Bauer by Tapp, out of bounds, and Tapp and Bauer ran into each other pretty hard there, and a little slow to get up. Tapp took a little longer to get up. Looks like he's going to be fine.
Now here are the possessions. Now you've got Tetzloff and Plummer out. This is where Brookings really has to step up offensively. Got to get good looks. Somebody has to obviously score with your 2 big guys out who you've been leaning on here through the first quarter and a half.
Right wing pass for McCarty. Top of the key to Smith. Back in there. Dribbles. Now hands off for Johnson. Johnson was top of the key for McCarty. McCarty dribbles. Gets the ball tipped away and stolen now. Taken to the other end by Knorr. Knorr into the lane. Euro step. And runner no good. He's going to be fouled, though. They're going to call a foul on McCarty, who can't believe it. And that was a rough one.
Late, too.
He's putting his hands out like, what?
It's good defense not to go for the block, kind of let his guy take the Euro step into him.
Didn't look like a foul.
No, late whistle too after the miss.
So he's going to pick up his first. The first free throw is good for Knorr. Knorr, a 100% free throw shooter on the year, averages 2.3 points per game. Doe sits down. Anderson back in for Harrisburg. I want to say thanks to Rickus Nelson for being a sponsor here. 3:45 to play. First half. Harrisburg's free throw by Knorr is no good. The second one, up by 3, is Harrisburg. All the way up ahead, they go to McCarty. It was over the outstretched arm of Anderson, and McCarty has the easy bucket. Coach Langrock doesn't like the way things are going. Bobcats trail by just 1 off the fast break point, off the missed free throw, and we'll get a timeout on the floor. Harrisburg Tigers take the timeout. And it's a 30. We'll keep it right here, but a 1-point game. The Bobcats hanging around with the number 3 team in the state, Harrisburg, 19-18 with 3:36 to play here in the second quarter. I want to say thanks to Cook's Waste Paper. Bobcats have looked pretty focused here in the first half.
They have, and again, going back to, they do have 8 turnovers, but they've at least also been forcing turnovers. Harrisburg with 6 turnovers themselves. So yes, Brookings needs to do a better job of taking care of the basketball, but on the bright side, they're also forcing these turnovers. Harrisburg also not shooting well either. So Brookings done a good job forcing some bad shots by Harrisburg, but then also getting the rebounds. They're out rebounding Harrisburg 16-12. So again, doing what they need to do, find themselves down a point, and again, the 5 that are in are going to have to continue to keep getting good looks and hopefully stay in this game up until half.
They've done a good job of finding their lanes into their entry passes into the lane, getting looks for their big men who are both out right now. Lobbed into Tap, who gets it poked away from behind. That's going to go against Hunnemer, who didn't like the call. The referee says, you got him. And that'll be the first on Jones. The third for the Bobcats here in the second quarter. It'll be Harrisburg ball underneath. Anderson will inbound left side. He bounces in the lane for Tap, who has an easy look. They just lost him for a second. And it's a 3-point lead for Harrisburg. Tap has 4. 21-18 Tigers. Hunnemer goes in the backcourt for Johnson to start the offense. Left wing pass, Smith. Smith dribbles, goes for McCarty. McCarty dribbles to the wing, into the front court, all the way to the above the block. Goes in the corner for Hunnemer, who dribbles into the lane, kicks it out top of the key. Johnson, deep from 3, straight away, no good. Off the back of the rim, Tap grabs the board, gets it out to Graff. He goes up ahead, left side now for Knorr. In the backcourt, they go for Gibbon. Gibbon goes right side for Anderson. In the corner now to Graff. Back to Anderson. Left wing, Knorr bounces it in for Tap, left baseline. Tap dribbles in the lane, goes top of the key to Anderson. Right side, Knorr. In the corner now, Graff, who dribbles on the wing. Top of the key, deep 3 for Gibbon, no good. And the rebound grabbed by Johnson. 2:35 to play. Left wing now, on the other end it is Hunnemer, who dribbles, hands off for McCarty, who's going to hoist a 3, no good. Long rebound, tracked down by Johnson. Top of the key, Hunnemer for 3, no good. Rebound is tipped and fought for, now grabbed by Knorr. Knorr goes up ahead for Anderson. Anderson dribble into the lane, kicks it to Tap, left baseline, who dribbles, takes it up, and gets it to go off the board. Looked like Smith had his hand on the ball for a split second, but Tap able to get it up and in. He's got 6. 5-point lead, Harrisburg. McCarty pump fakes, dribbles in the lane, pulls up from 10, nothing but net. First bucket for McCarty. Actually, second bucket for McCarty. He's got 4, and he cuts it to 3. Now bringing it up is Graff. He passes right side for Knorr. Knorr, left side for Graff. Graff to Anderson on the wing. Back to Graff. Right side now for Gibbon. Down in the corner for Knorr. Working the perimeter to Knorr. Top of the key, Anderson. Left wing, Graff. Lobs it in for Tap. And we're going to get a foul on the entry pass. And it was before the ball even got to the player. So he pushed him in the back. And the ref gives him a little bit of a warning for complaining about the call. Smith will sit down. Bauer will sit down. In for the first time, going to be Jarrett Bauman. Haven't seen him in a few games. And Winston Plummer back in there as well for Brookings. So get ready to hear the crowd go nuts. Pass inbounds is tipped out of bounds by Winston Plummer, and the crowd loves it. Not sure you want to get the ball in the lane when he's in there anyway. Nope. Probably want to just avoid it. He'll be guarding Tap, who's 6'6". Winston goes 6'7". Graff, right side for Larson. Larson down in the corner for Tapp, who dribbles baseline, loses the ball, tried to dribble underneath the hoop, and he bumped into Plummer, loses the ball out of bounds, turnover back to Brookings.
And again, there was no foul, but those are also great no calls. A lot of the times you see guys bump into a much bigger guy like that, and
Yeah.
Tapp just went into Winston, who's got the size and strength advantage, so he went out of bounds. Great no call. It's not a foul. That's just a much bigger guy, Winston, having the strength advantage there.
Just ran into him. We're on his spot. Yeah. Ball's tipped out of bounds in the backcourt, away from Bauman by Graff. Johnson looking in. He's going to try to get it in. And he got to get it in. Now he gets it to McCarty in the circle. McCarty dribbling, goes left side of the backcourt for Bauman. Bauman guarded by Graff. Dribbles, hands off for Johnson. Johnson dribbles to the right side of the backcourt. Picks it up. Dead ball goes to McCarty. McCarty dribbles baseline, and he's going to be bumped. That's going to be the second on Larson. So 2 on Larson, 2 on Costain here in the first half. I want to say thanks to Brookings School District for being a sponsor here. Larson will sit down with those 2 fouls, and coming back in is going to be Miles Knorr, number 24, the 6-foot sophomore. McCarty inbounding underneath his own bucket, right side, less than a minute to go, gets it in Bauman. Bauman lobs it in for Plummer, who loses it and regains it. Reverse layup, rolls around and drops for Plummer. He's got 10 first half points. Bobcats down by 1. In the corner, Anderson pump fakes. Dribbles, kicks it out top of the key. Graff will hoist. No good. Rebounded by Plummer. He gives it off for McCarty. About a 6-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. McCarty into the front court. Pump fakes, pulls up from 7, gets it to go, and the Bobcats are up by 1. 24-23 inside 30 to play. Graff up on the other end to Knorr. Back to Graff. Now to Kroll, who goes left side for Anderson. Right side Graff. Dribbles to the free throw line. Kicks it in the corner for Tapp. Out to Anderson. Right side Kroll. Down in the corner to Knorr. Knorr dribbles to the elbow. Goes now on the wing for Kroll. 10 to play. To Anderson in the backcourt. I want to say thanks to Hometown Tire and Service for being a sponsor. Anderson going to put up a deep 3. No good with 2 seconds on the clock. Rebound on the stick back. No good. Another stick back. No good for Harrisburg as Knorr got a chance, as did Kroll, and they can't come up with the bucket. The Bobcats will take a lead in at the break over the number 3 team in the state. 24-23. We'll take a 3-minute break. We'll have our thoughts on the first half. We'll take a look at some stats when we come back. You're listening to Bobcats Basketball, powered by Brookings Auto Mall and presented by Cubby's Sports Bar and Grill on the Brookings Radio Sports Network.
Tigers, Anderson, Tap, Cole, Nelson, and Costain.
They might just go both big men. They both have. Wait, no. Tetzloff has 2. I don't think he does either. Yeah, they're going to starting 5. Both teams are, yeah. Both teams going with their original starting 5. Bobcats with the ball going right to left here. Left wing 3 for Hunnemer. In and out, no good. Rebound fought for as Tetzloff tipped it away from a Tiger. And he goes to the floor and ties it up. We'll go to the arrow. It'll be in favor of Harrisburg as the Bobcats got the ball to start the third quarter. Go to hustle play on the first play of the game here.
You love to see the hustle from Tetzloff. Never afraid to dive for a loose ball, even all 6'5". He's not afraid to, kind of like football. He's going to go after that thing.
Absolutely. Top of the key. Kroll for 3. No good. Rebound is tapped out of bounds as Hunnemer couldn't control it. He was the only one there, but just lost it off his hand. And it stays with Harrisburg, a fresh 35. I want to say thanks to Right Angle Construction for being a sponsor here. Kroll will inbound underneath left side. He gets it in to Larson. Larson dribbles into the corner. In the backcourt, he goes for Anderson. Right side to Kroll on the wing. In the post now for Costain against Tetzloff. Dribbling. Dribbles up, takes it up with the left hand. Jump hook, no good. And on the rebound, no foul call somehow. Oh, they did.
He called it late. I thought
oh, wow. He was obviously over the back and got his arm caught in Tetzloff's underneath the ball as Tetzloff was controlling it. So that's the third on Costain. They're going to leave him in there. It's big for the Bobcats. Passing the backcourt, top of the key. Bauer, left wing, McCarty, left open. Actually catching up is tapped to block it out of bounds. Just caught up quickly on D. It looked like McCarty was going to have a wide open 3. Bobcats keep it though. 23 on the shot clock. Hunnemer will inbound on the near sideline. Gets it in the corner for Bauer. Bauer looking inside, goes to Tetzloff on the baseline. Dribbles underneath, takes it up strong. No good. Rebound tapped around. And that was a smart play getting it to him against Costain, who has 3 fouls, but he couldn't get the shot to go.
I think you have to keep going down to Tetzloff. You could see Costain there too, knew he couldn't really do much defensively. So I think if Bergen can get the ball back and keep going at him to try and pick up that 4th, or he should have some open looks.
Shot in the lane missed by Larson off the side of the rim. Rebound is fought for by both Costain and Tetzloff, and we'll go to the arrow again, this time in favor of the Bobcats. They lead by 1. Nobody's scored here in the second half yet, just under 7 to go. In the third quarter, Johnson starting things off for Brookings. Goes left corner for McCarty. Pump fakes, dribbles in the lane, and hangs in the air. A runner, no good short. Tap with the rebound. He leaves off for Kroll. Kroll passes up ahead to Anderson across the timeline. Anderson, right wing. Bouncing in the post for Costain. Right baseline, dribbling, trying to back down Tetzloff, and unable to really do so. Goes in the corner, and it was a dangerous pass, and somehow Bauer had eyes in the back of his head and would have put his hand out and tipped it out of bounds. I think he saw Kroll's eyes widen. It was a good defensive back play. But he tips it out of bounds. It stays with Harrisburg, 20 to shoot. Kroll goes, left wing for Costain, top of the key to Tap, right wing pass, Kroll. He bounces it in for Costain against Tetzloff. Dribbles, takes it up strong, and gets the left-handed hook to go somehow. Good defense by Tetzloff. Costain got it to go. I was just about to say I don't think they're going to find much fruit down there, but then they get the shot to go. Right elbow, Johnson pulls up, gets it blocked by Anderson. Bauer with the rebound, and he puts it up and in as he was right in front of the rim. Bobcats back up by 1. Bauer now with 5 rather. Right wing, Kroll goes in the backcourt. Anderson, left wing pass. Larson, he dribbles. He's going to get checked on the drive. I think it's going to go against McCarty, and that'll be his second. And it will, and is. I want to say thanks to Brookings Auto Mall for being a sponsor of high school sports here. So McCarty picks up his second, first of the quarter for the Bobcats. Harrisburg ball underneath. Just need somebody to go take it out to pass it in. There we go. Anderson going to do that now. Looking in. He bounces it in the lane for Larson. Tries to back down McCarty. Takes it up, got it tipped. Gets his own rebound. Put back no good on the rebound. Fought for. We're going to go to the whistle. And are we going to the arrow? Looks like we are. It's going to be Harrisburg ball. Nice job fighting by McCarty down low, and he's got 2 fouls. He did a good job of just keeping his hand on the ball and not fouling. Kroll inbounding underneath right side. Goes in the backcourt for Anderson. Anderson dribbles to the wing, bounces it in for Costain against Tetzlaff. Dribbling baseline. Takes it up, gets it blocked by Tetzlaff. McCarty comes up with a loose ball, gives to Johnson. Third block by Tetzlaff on the night. Johnson goes left side to Bauer in the corner. Hunnemer for three. Yes, he rattles it in. Hunnemer's first bucket's a big one. Bobcats up by 4. Left wing. Kroll in the backcourt for Tapp. He swings it right wing for Anderson down in the corner. Larson pump fakes, dribbles baseline. Loses the ball, picks it back up, goes right wing. Anderson left open from 3. No good. And the board is tipped away from Hunnemer by Tapp. It goes back over to Brookings. I don't think Harrisburg has hit a 3 yet tonight. They've shot a few.
1 of 9.
1 of 9. Holy cow.
Larson hit one in the actually first quarter. He hit one.
That's why it was so long ago. I don't remember.
It's the only one they've hit.
They've struggled from deep tonight. Johnson in the backcourt dribbles, goes in the corner for Hunnemer. Goes to Tetzlaff on the baseline, 15 feet away. He dribbles, now goes in the backcourt for Hunnemer. Hunnemer goes in the corner for Johnson. Johnson dribbles. Goes in the lane for Tetzlaff, tipped away. Tetzlaff comes up with it, dribbles in the lane, reverse layup. Scoop shot, no good, strong off the board. Not reverse layup, but a double clutch shot, no good. On the other end, Larson going to pull up deep from 3. Short, no good, from 25 feet. Second deep one there from him tonight that he's missed. Left wing, now Bauer goes top of the key. Hunnemer going to hoist a quick one. May have gotten tipped, and it's grabbed in the lane by Larson. He gives off for Kroll. Kroll quickly to the other end. Going to pull up, quick 3. No good. Rebounded though in the lane by Costain. He'll be fouled on the way back up and have a couple free throws coming up. I think it's going to go against Hunnemer. That'll be 3. It is going to go on Jones, and that'll be his 3rd. Winston Plummer set to check back in for the Bobcats. Tigers have a sub waiting to come in as well. I want to say thanks to Bo's Construction for being a sponsor of high school sports here. We've got a couple free throws coming up for Costain. 51% free throw shooter on the year and misses that one off the back of the rim. Averages 10.2 points per game. Hunnemer sits down, Winston Plummer back in. Larson sitting down for Harrisburg, and coming back in is number 24, Knorr, 6-foot sophomore. Kroll sitting down as well. And also back in is number 11, Creighton Gibbett, 6'3 junior. Second free throw for the lefty is good. Aiden Costain, he's got 5. Cuts the lead to 3. Bobcats with the 29-26 advantage, 4:15 to play, third quarter. Johnson dribbles through the circle to the right side, guarded by Tapp, goes in the corner, tipped away by Anderson. It stays with Brookings. I want to say thanks to Brookings Health System, sponsoring high school sports on the Brookings Radio Sports Network. Bauer will inbound, far baseline, near the corner. He's got to get somebody open here. Now he gets it to Johnson. Nobody was coming to the ball. To get it in.
And again, you've got Costain down on Plummer, so if you can get it down low to him, we've seen Plummer down.
And there they do it, and the shot is no good. Strong off the board, off the rim, no good. Costain with the rebound. And the Tigers have it. Anderson goes left side for Knorr. Knorr goes right side for Gibbon. Now to Anderson on the wing. Jab steps, goes baseline, takes it up strong, and got knocked to the floor just by running into the big man. Winston Plummer, pass up ahead. Bauer can't control it. He loses it. Knorr has it. He'll bring it back up to the other end for Harrisburg. Into the lane, to the baseline, lost control of it, chases it down in the corner, and now goes in the backcourt for Gibbon. Left side to Anderson.
You can tell he's hurt, and again, you like to see him get up. He's
lower back.
Hard on his back.
Costain takes it up, gets it blocked, and the foul call from out top here. And Plummer didn't like the call. Looked pretty clean. Blocked it off the board. Didn't get him with the body. We're going to say he got him on the arm. So 2 more free throws coming up for Costain. He went 1 for 2 on his previous trip, and it's not something he seems to do well. 51% on the year from the stripe, the lefty. And in and out on that one. I want to say thanks to Kubota Farmers Implement for being a sponsor. Stellan Larson back in for Harrisburg. Sitting down is going to be Isaiah Tapp. We've got 3:20 to go, third quarter. Bobcats with a 3-point lead. Harrisburg's Costain at the line. He's got 5. And he misses them both, and a rebound by Larson. He goes out right side. Knorr takes a dribble back, wide open from 3, no good. Plummer grabs the miss, and the Bobcats have it back. Now Bauer will bring it up to start things off for the Bobcats. Pass left side of the backcourt for Johnson. He goes in the lane for Tetzlaff. Tetzlaff goes out on the right wing. He was open, but too high for Bauer, out of bounds. Again, the right idea, just a bad pass for Brookings, and it goes back over to the Tigers.
And I've seen that a couple times tonight too. Right idea, just the passing. And again, those are the turnovers. Anytime are going to hurt you, but especially in a game like this, they sting a little more.
Bobcats take a timeout. It's a full timeout. We'll take 30 of it with them. 3:03 to go in the third. Bobcats lead by 3. Harrisburg ball when we come back. Bobcats basketball, powered by Brookings Auto Mall and presented by Cubby's Sports Bar and Grill on the Brookings Radio Sports Network. Bobcats basketball on the Brookings Radio Sports Network. We have got a score of 29-26 here in the third quarter with 3:03 to play in this third. I want to say thanks to Stony Brook Sweets for being a sponsor of high school sports here on the Brookings Radio Sports Network. Thank you for joining us for Tuesday Night Hoops on the Brookings Radio Sports Network as well. Along with Alec Johnson, I'm Barry Hine from the Dallas Cole broadcast booth inside Brookings High School. Newly dedicated Dallas Cole broadcast booth. That was a special night last week. Bringing it across is Kroll. He goes right side to Noor, back to Kroll. Dribbling left side. He goes on the wing now for Gibbon. Gibbon dribbles to the right elbow. Kicks it in the corner for Noor, who dribbles baseline. Pump fakes. Takes it up strong. He's going to be fouled. It's either going to go on Tetzlaff or Plummer. I'm going to say it's on Plummer. That's going to be 2 on Winston Plummer. He's flat-footed with his hands straight in the air, and he just gets tagged for being big, really, is what's happening.
That's what I mean. There's a difference between, even if they would have called that on Bergen, it would have almost looked a little more understandable. Bergen jumped up and also came down. But like you mentioned, when you're just jumping into Winston Plummer, all 6, 7 of them, and he's not moving, I mean, he's just standing there. Just very unfortunate call against him, primarily just because he's bigger.
Noor is not who you want at the line. He's not missed on the season. He cuts the lead to 1. 29-28. Bobcats with the lead and the ball back. Drew Johnson has it for Brookings in the circle. Dribbles left side, now reverses to the right side of the backcourt. Picks it up, goes in the post for Plummer, who drives. Oh, he's going to. That's not a charge. That's a flop. And he got away with it. You can tell them they coached him to do that when he dribbles it in. Just a bad call. They got that wrong. Somebody's got to have a talk with these referees, and Coach McCarty's doing that right now. Yeah. That is just an awful call. They just got it wrong. Sorry, they did.
I mean, we've seen Bergen go into Costain all night. I mean, he's bumped him and bumped him. We know how strong he is. The first time Winston does it, like you said, just a complete flop. He fell down almost before he was even touched. It's just a completely incorrect call.
Yeah, they just fell for it. So 3 quick ones on Winston Plummer. Gibbon goes right wing for Kroll. Kroll dribbles, bounces it in for Costain on the baseline. And the dribble. Try to back down, spin move, got all the way to the hoop, got by Winston Plummer, and lays it in off the board. That's where you can exploit him with some quickness. It's a 1-point lead now for Harrisburg. Coming up on 2 to play in the third. Johnson dribbles right side, hands off for McCarty. McCarty dribbles to the top of the key, picks it up, goes to Plummer. Plummer pump fakes, gets the man to fly by, takes it up, going to be fouled. And that's going to be on number 24, Noor. And that'll be his second.
Great job fake by Plummer. Man, he got Costain.
Actually, I'm sorry, that's going to be Larson's third. Stellan Larson has 3 and Costain has 3. I thought it was going to be on Noor. But at the line, Plummer. Free throw short off the rim, no good for Winston Plummer. It's his first miss on the season. Again, just his 3rd game back. So sitting down Costain with 3. Isaiah Tapp back in. I want to say thanks to Bauer Services for being a sponsor of high school sports here. Just under 2 to go. Second free throw for Plummer is no good. Rebounded by Larson. And now bringing it up is going to be Noor. Noor passes left side for Kroll. Kroll dribbles, goes to Gibbon, right side of the backcourt. He'll dribble and go to Tapp in the corner. Isaiah Tapp dribbles, picks it up, and goes in the backcourt for Kroll. Left side pass, Noor. Down in the corner, Larson bounces it in for Tapp against Plummer. Sure turns, jump hook, right hand, no good, short, rebound is grabbed by Plummer, gives it off to Johnson, back to Plummer, Johnson to Plummer, to Johnson, in the left elbow area for Tetzloff, who dribbles, picks it up, pump fakes, takes it up strong, he's going to get the foul call against Gibbon. That'll be one on Gibbon, but a couple free throws coming up for Tetzloff. As Plummer missed his last two, a chance to tie and take the lead. He missed the first one and the second one. Now a chance to tie and take the lead for Tetzloff, who has struggled a bit from the line tonight as well. Tetzloff, a 56% free throw shooter. First one, no good, rolls off. It remains a 1-point game. Plummer will sit down now with those 3 fouls. Jace Bauer back in. And it just annoys you for the kid because he's getting fouls just because he's a big kid. I mean, he's picked up 3. Second free throw for Tetzloff is good. We're tied at 30s. Tetzloff has 2 points on the night. It's left side of the backcourt. Larson picks it up, pass right side in the wing, and he's going to go behind Noor, who went to cut and make a pick for somebody else, or maybe he was trying to go back door, but the ball sails behind him out of bounds back over to Brookings. 1:10 to go here. Third quarter, Johnson will bring it across for Brookings. On this offensive possession, we'll see zone defense here. 1-2-2 look. Pass in the corner for Smith. Dribbles. Left open from 3. Gonna hoist. And hit! Gavin Smith, you don't want to leave him open. He's got 7. 4 free throws and that first field goal. 3-point lead for Brookings. 45 to play third quarter. Right wing, Larson. In the backcourt, Kroll. Kroll guarded by Bauer, man-to-man defense. Kroll dribbles into the lane, kicks it in the corner for Tapp, who dribbles into the front court, goes in the back court for Noor, who backs off. 10 on the shot clock for Harrisburg, about a 20-second differential. Goes to the free throw line for Tapp, who dribbles down the right side of the lane, gets the ball tied up by McCarty, and the help side defense will go to the arrow. It's in favor of Brookings. And the shot clock is off. They can hold for 1 here at the end of 3, leading by 3.
And you have to hold for 1 here. Take a 3-point lead going into the fourth, possibly 5, but maybe even 6. But you're in no rush right here. You've got 20 seconds, enough time to run something, but you got to hold for 1 here to end the quarter.
Johnson in the backcourt. Guarded by Kroll, but no count. He's not close enough. 10 on the clock. It's a pick from Tetzloff. Dribbles, goes back to Tetzloff on the pick and roll, takes it up, and no good off the side of the rim, rebounded. Now Larson quickly up on the other end, that's Noor rather. A 28-footer is short, airballed at the buzzer, and will go into the quarter break with the Bobcats leading 33-30 as we head to the fourth in 60 seconds. Bobcats basketball, powered by Brookings Auto Mall and presented by Cubby's Sports Bar and Grill on the Brookings Radio Sports Network.
They provide scholarships. Support future Buffalo athletes, and assist
Bobcats basketball on the Brookings Radio Sports Network. Start of the fourth quarter, it's going to be Harrisburg ball. And the Bobcats lead 33-30. And they pull off the big upset. This would be the biggest upset of the year, I'm comfortable saying.
Oh, yeah.
Knock on wood here, but that would be. Kroll gets it in to Graff to start things off. Anderson, by the way, Caden Anderson got taken back to the locker room during the quarter break, walking gingerly, holding his lower back. Left wing 3 for Doe, no good, short, long rebound, grabbed by Bauer. He gives off now for Smith. Smith brings it across the timeline. Gavin Smith dribbles, crosses over to the left wing, and hands off for McCarty in the post for Tetzloff. Tetzloff dribbles, drop step, a jab step. He's going to put it up and in, but he'll travel before he got it off, and it'll go back over to Harrisburg.
Costain able to take some shots there from Bergen.
backed him down pretty good, just took an extra step. Costain kind of has to be a little passive on defense because he's got those three. Right wing is Larson, hesitation dribble, gets the shot to go and the foul as Tetzloff got caught in the air on the pump fake, fouls him, and Larson able to put it in. Makes it a 1-point game. He can tie it up at the free throw line. 7 points now for Larson on the night. He's a 62% free throw shooter, leading scorer on the team with 11.2 per game, and he hits that free throw, and we're knotted up at 33 apiece. I want to say thanks to Anderson Insurance for being a sponsor here. Johnson in the backcourt. Winston Plummer about to check back in. Johnson going to put up a deep three. No off the front of the rim. Rebound grab by Doe, and he gives off for Kroll. Kroll up the left side now, crosses the timeline. In the backcourt. Dribbles to the elbow. Picks it up in the corner. He goes for Doe. Doe dribbling. Goes in the backcourt now for Graff. Graff dribbles to the elbow. Picks it up. Goes right wing for Doe. Doe dribbles baseline. Takes it up. Gets it blocked by Tetzloff. And Tetzloff can't control it. Loses it out of bounds. It stays with Harrisburg. 17 on the shot clock. Winston Plummer to check in. So is Jones Hunnemer. And Drew Johnson and Gavin Smith will sit down. So both big men in for Brookings right now. Harrisburg ball underneath. Kroll will inbound. He gets it in left wing for Larson. Right side, Doe. Doe holds, goes back left side for Larson. Larson dribbles into the lane, takes it up. Jump shot is going to go straight away off the board, and it's good. 2-point lead for Harrisburg. 10 now for Larson, leading scorer for Harrisburg. McCarty goes back to Bauer, right side of the backcourt as they cross the timeline. Bauer dribbles, reverses, between the legs, goes in the corner for McCarty. McCarty into the lane, goes back door for Tetzloff. Ball's tipped away by Doe and now stolen by Graff. Graff presses up left side for Larson. Larson in the lane, takes it up, and is going to get bailed out with a foul. He was a little bit out of control, and Hunnemer not liking the call. That's going to be 4. So Jones, Hunnemer picks up his 4th. That one on the shot. Larson back to the line. He's got 10 points on the night. Tied for the lead in the game with Winston Plummer. A chance to stretch out the 2-point lead for Harrisburg. He makes it 3. Harrisburg led by 4 in the first quarter, and since the Bobcats took over the lead, it hasn't been. Harrisburg hasn't had a lead since they just took it back in the previous trip, and he misses that one. It's a 3-point lead. Rebound grab by Tetzloff. He picks up the dribble, goes up ahead to Johnson. Johnson across the midcourt stripe. Passes left corner to McCarty. Dribbles baseline. A runner goes. He reins it in from 7 on the baseline. 8 now for McCarty. Quickly on the other end, Doe takes it up. He's going to take a little body bump from McCarty, who didn't like the call. That looked like the right call there. As McCarty picks up the foul, that's going to be his 3rd. 1-point lead. Doe at the line for the first time. David Doe, 90% free throw shooter on the year. He's 9 of 10. Averages just a shade under 4 points per game. The first free throw rolls around and drops for Doe. 6'1" sophomore, number 22, he's a sophomore. I want to say thanks to Rickus Nelson. 6:05 to play, 4th quarter. 2-point lead for Harrisburg. Make it 3 as Doe knocks down his free throws. Knorr back in for Harrisburg, and Doe will sit down after knocking down a pair of free throws. 3-point lead for Harrisburg, 38-35. 6:05 to go. I want to say thanks to Cook's Waste Paper for being a sponsor. Johnson will bring it up to Brookings. Crosses center court. Crosses over to the hash area. Dribbles now in the backcourt. Backs off. Goes left wing for Bauer. Bauer dribbles. Trying to get it into Tetzloff. Does get it in. Above the left block. Tetzloff dribbles. Spins into the lane. Pump fakes. And step through move. He's going to get the foul. That's going to be 4 on Larson. Larson didn't like that call. Nice pump fake and pivot move by Tetzloff.
And they've been calling it all game, both sides. You can see again, Coach clearly out of his coaching box, but it's still, they have been calling it both ways, and both teams obviously haven't agreed with any of the calls, but they unfortunately, they have been consistent with the calls down low.
Free throw, first one, no good for Tetzloff, and we didn't have a great view on that one of whether or not it was actually a foul, but it was a good move, and he took it up and looked like there was some contact, but again, we were behind the play. Second free throw for Tetzloff, can cut it to 2 and does not. No good. Misses free throws. Bobcats struggling from the line tonight. That may come up to hurt them. Right wing Doe in the backcourt to Graff. Graff dribbles to the left elbow, picks it up, goes right wing for Doe. Doe looking to bounce it in the post. He gets it to Costain. 15-foot jumper, no good. And the rebound grabbed by Tetzloff. He's going to try to let it clear. Now he goes up ahead, and it's going to be stolen by Graff. Just an ill-advised pass. And now losing into the lane is Norris, chased down in the corner by Kroll. He goes to Doe. Top of the key, Graff takes it all the way into the lane. Left-handed shot, no good. Putback is no good for Costain. Rebound by Tetzloff. Tetzloff is going to be fouled, and he's going to be fouled by number 22, Doe. That's his second. The Tigers thought that Tetzloff traveled. The Bobcats crowd was saying, look out ahead, you have open players on the other end of the court.
And that's where, too, as a guard, Drew or Brody, even Jay, somebody has to go to Bergen and get that ball. You can tell he's not super comfortable with it, rightfully so. He's a 6'5" center, post, whatever. So when you see him get the rebound as a guard, you've got to go to him to make his life a little easier after he gets those rebounds.
McCarty into the front court, right elbow area, scoops it in the backcourt, right wing for Bauer. Bauer dribbles now, goes all the way to the left wing, into the front court, bounces, picks it up, pivots, goes right side of the backcourt for McCarty. 10 on the shot clock. McCarty goes in the post for Plummer. That's a fake, that's a flop. Yeah, they got it right that time. Coach Langrock doesn't like it, but that's the right call. You can't just flop and hope for a call because the kid's bigger than you. So 2 free throws, or I'm sorry, a foul against Costain. That's going to be fourth.
And rightfully so, like we just mentioned, every time Bergen's had the ball against him, he's able to take those kind of power dribbles just fine, but as soon as Winston does it, he just falls down right away. I mean, we've seen he's able to take the hits. They might not be fun taking them.
There's a way to do that and get the call. They're just not doing it right. They're just falling down immediately, and when he gets the ball, and it's a bad acting job. Right wing, it is Johnson. He dribbles, picks it up, and he's dead ball now. He's going to have to get rid of it here. He finally lobs it to Plummer. Plummer takes it up. No good on the turnaround jump hook. He wanted the foul call and didn't get it. Graff presses it up left side for Knorr. Knorr left open from 3. I think it's a 2. In and out, no good. Rebound grab by Doe, and the putback is good. And it's the largest lead of the game for Harrisburg at 5. McCarty bringing it up against Knorr. Dribbles across the timeline, all the way into the front court. Drops it off for Tetzloff, who takes it up and gets it to go off the board. Nice drive and dish by McCarty. Nice finish by Tetzloff. Cuts it back to 3. 4 minutes to play, fourth quarter. Right wing Doe to Graff. Left side to Knorr on the wing for Kroll. Kroll dribbling against Bauer. Man-to-man defense. Gets a pick. Out about the 3. Hangs onto it. Left wing pass. Knorr down in the corner now for Tapp. Tapp picks up the dribble. Goes left wing for Kroll. Kroll holds. Goes in the corner for Doe, who's going to hoist a 3. In and out, no good. Rebounded by Plummer. Bobcats can cut it to 1 or tie it on this possession. They trail by 3. Thanks to Brookings School District for being a sponsor. 3.5 to play here. Johnson in the circle. Passes left wing. McCarty a quick 3. No good. Plummer with the rebound. He'll dribble, put it back up, and get it to go. Plummer with a dozen along with 8 rebounds. Make it 9 rebounds on that rebound and putback. He's pushing for a double-double. He cuts it to 1. We've got a timeout from head coach of the Harrisburg Tigers, Scott Langrock, a 60-second timeout. We will take 30 of it with them. We've got 3:15 to play, a 1-point ball game here at Brookings High School. The Bobcats trail the Harrisburg. The Tigers ball when we come back in 30 seconds. Bobcats basketball, powered by Brookings Auto Mall and presented by Cubby's Sports Bar and Grill on the Brookings Radio Sports Network. Bobcats basketball, powered by Brookings Auto Mall and presented by Cubby's Sports Bar and Grill. 40-39. Harrisburg with a 1-point edge over the Brookings Bobcats here with 3:15 to go in the fourth quarter. Again, Harrisburg just 2 losses on the year, the number 3 team in the state coming into this week in the media prep poll for South Dakota. And the Bobcats got them on the ropes, or not got on the ropes, got them worried though here late. 1-point lead for the Tigers. Out of the timeout, it will be Harrisburg ball with 3:15 to go. Graff, Kroll, Doe, Tapp, and Costain for Harrisburg. It's Smith, Johnson, McCarty, Bauer, and Tetzlaff for Brookings. Graf dribbles, hands off for Kroll. They're going to weave out top. Tap gives it right back to Kroll. Kroll dribbles to the left wing now. Spins to the elbow, picks it up, dead ball, goes in the backcourt. Graf. Top of the key, Doe. Doe goes left wing for Kroll. Kroll dribbles, gets a pick, pulls up from the right elbow, 16-footer, no good. Rebound grabbed by Tap, and he'll dribble it into the backcourt and give off for Graf to reset. Inside 3 to play. Graf dribbles, goes right corner for Kroll, top of the key, Doe. Doe gets a pick, dribbles to the left elbow, hesitation dribble into the lane. Runner rolls around and drops over McCarty. Nice patient move by Doe. He's a sophomore and he looks like a heck of a player. 3-point lead. Harrisburg with it. Bobcats with the ball. Johnson dribbling left side in the backcourt. He scoops it to McCarty in the corner to Tetzlaff on the wing. Cross-court pass right side, Smith. Dribbles, and he's going to be fouled by Doe, who reached in. To tap it away, it's going to be 3 on Doe. It's the 4th of the quarter for Harrisburg. So no more to give after this. They'll be in the bonus. That's in the Bobcats' favor. 2:21 to go here. I want to say thanks to Hometown Tire and Service for being a sponsor on the Brookings Radio Sports Network. Larson checking in for Tap. Larson, remember, with 4 fouls. He and Costain each have 4. Nobody for Brookings has 4. Pass in the backcourt. It's going to be stolen away by Graf. Graf goes up ahead to Larson for an easy lay-in. And unforced error by the Bobcats leads to a 5-point lead for Harrisburg. Johnson brings it across the timeline. Hands off for McCarty. McCarty dribbles into the lane, takes it all the way to the hoop. Scoop shot, rolls in. Nice double clutch by McCarty. After a good take, he cuts it back to 3. McCarty has 10. Left wing, it is Doe. He goes to Graf. Graf dribbles to the right elbow. Right wing pass for Kroll. Back to Doe. Swings it left wing for Doe. Doe goes right side for Kroll. Kroll left side for Graf to the elbow. He dribbles and scoops into the backcourt for Kroll. Kroll dribbles to the wing. A little disjointed offense here. Kroll goes free throw line, and we're going to get a bounce pass in the lane, and Costain's going to be fouled by Smith, who thought he had all ball, but he's going to get tagged for grabbing the arm. It's going to go on Gavin Smith. That'll be his first. It's on the shot. Costain not super comfortable at the stripe. He's missed a few tonight. He's got 7 points and 7 rebounds. And we've got a timeout on the floor. We'll keep it right here. It's going to be a 30-second timeout. It's going to be a timeout by Brookings, I believe, who took that one. Or was it to Harrisburg who took it? He put his hand, well, now he put his hand that way, so I don't know who called that timeout.
Both teams.
I'll take your word for it. Harrisburg, I think, called it. The timeout. They've got, let's see here, 2 left. Bobcats have 3 left, so yeah, that was taken by Harrisburg. And we've got 1:33 to play here, a 3-point game. So big free throws for Costain coming up out of the break here. And he has struggled. Not a good free throw shooter on the season is Costain. Just a 51% free throw shooter. Does average over 10 points per game. He's got 7 tonight and 7 rebounds. 13 points for Stellan Larson with 8 rebounds. He could be pushing for a double-double. And again, a dozen points and 9 rebounds for Winston Plummer for the Bobcats.
He's been out the last couple minutes. We got to soon he'll check in here for the last minute and a half. Again, 2 of Harrisburg's last points are coming off that offensive rebound. Brookings did a great job defensively up until the end. Didn't get the rebound. Harrisburg had gotten it in for that layup. So again, those offensive rebounds crucial, especially with 1:33 here left to go.
Plummer does come out of the break, out of the huddle. The break. It's going to be Plummer, Tetzlaff, McCarty, Hunnemer, and Johnson on the floor. Costain at the line for Harrisburg. Doe out there, Larson out there, Kroll, and Graf. First free throw is good, a big one for Costain there. Makes it a 2-possession ball game, 45-41, with just over 90 seconds on the clock here in the 4th quarter. Second free throw for Costain can make it a 5-point game. Misses it, no good. Rebound by Harrisburg, though. Doe has it. That is a big mistake for Brookings. Kroll in the backcourt as they can run a little time here. Left wing pass, Doe. Doe goes to Costain at the top of the key, who leaves for Kroll. Kroll, guarded by McCarty, dribbles, goes in the corner for Graf. Graf dribbles, goes to Costain, back to Graf. Graf dribbles to the elbow, kicks it in the corner for Larson, who dribbles in the backcourt for Doe. Doe, hesitation dribble down the left side of the lane, bounces in the backcourt for Kroll to Graf. 5 on the shot clock. Costain dribbles. Larson, rather, forces one up. No good. Rebound, and the putback is no good. And we're going to get a shot clock. The shot clock reset, and that might be a shot clock violation. As that putback did not hit the rim, the first one. The second one did. I think we might have a shot clock violation here.
Yeah, that was going up. I think it was a Doe that got the rebound, and he put it up with maybe, or he caught it, with maybe 2 seconds, like you had said, one by the time he had put that shot off, but I don't think he would have got it off in time.
So I have a tough call here for the referees.
2 seconds up on the shot clock.
Referees are going to make a tough call here. They're going to give it to the Bobcats.
Okay, so
I think they got it right. Yeah, they just reset the shot clock, and they shouldn't
I
have.
think he shot it with, like you had mentioned, 2 seconds maybe, if not one, air ball. So then, yes, it definitely would have been a shot clock violation.
Works out for the Bobcats, and again, I think they got it right.
Yep.
Not much arguing from the Harrisburg group, so I think they got it right on there.
But now we have 5 point. There we go. We have 5.8 left in the game on the game clock.
That's incorrect. I know that for sure. 58 they put up. And we're going to get Hunnemer to inbound. He gets it in to Johnson. Johnson back to Hunnemer with a full court pressure. Hunnemer brings it up. Cross against Doe. Loses the ball. Chased down in the corner by McCarty. McCarty double team will get a timeout by Drew Johnson, hearing his bench calling for the timeout. Heads up play. Bobcats could not afford to lose the possession there, and they'll have it with 25 on the shot clock. 30-second timeout. We'll keep it right here. 4-point game. Bobcats trail 45-41 to Harrisburg. Bobcats have been in this one throughout, led for a lot of the game. From the first quarter through a lot of the fourth quarter, and the last few minutes, Harrisburg has kind of taken them over.
They have it, and again, just looking, free throws is something that Brookings has done a poor job of tonight. Game's not over yet, but 6 of 14 from the field. Harrisburg not much better, 12 of 19, but still those extra attempts, like we had mentioned, Brookings, if you can even tack on 2 or 3 more of those free throws, nonetheless, you're only down 4. You don't need a 3 right now. You've still got time to get a bucket. You'll still have time left after Harrisburg gets it too. So still in no rush. You've got 47 seconds, only down 4, but you got to get a good look here and score on this possession before you're going to have to start fouling.
The Bobcats have both of their big men in there, their posts, so we'll see if they do go to them on this possession for 2. Lobbed in for Tetzloff. Tetzloff goes high-low for Plummer. Dribbles, gets it tipped away from behind, and they're going to say last touch by Plummer before it went out of bounds. Nice job defensively by Harrisburg.
Just had those quick hands there. He went down for that power dribble. Didn't see who it was, but just reached in, quick hand, was able to tip it out. Good hustle, too, from Winston. You love to see him get on the ground. He's not afraid. You like the hustle. But here's where Brookings, you're going to have to either look to foul.
Probably want to foul quickly here. As they get it inbounds to Kroll. He's out in the open. Going to be chased down from behind. Should have gotten a foul. I don't think Hunneman wanted to foul out. Quickly, Johnson out in the backcourt fouls Graff with 36 on the clock. So they've got to hope that the Tigers fail from the line here. I don't see any free throws shot on the year by Jacob Graff anywhere. So you got to hope that he's not comfortable in the situation and misses them. They're in the bonus with that foul. Graff at the line. He has not scored tonight. And he knocks the first one down calmly, makes it a 5-point game. Costain back in, sitting down Knorr. 36 seconds on the clock. Second free throw for Graff is good. Bauer gets it into Hunnemer. Hunnemer quickly up to the other end. They can't be taking their time here. Johnson has it. Dribbles, goes right side for McCarty. Going to put up a 28-footer. No good. And the rebound grabbed by Kroll. And we're going to get Graff fouled again by Johnson. We're going to go to the other end with 22.7 to go. The Bobcats starting to feel this one slip away. And that one gone, that would have been interesting. That would have made it a 3-point game. But I think McCarty is thinking, hey, we got to get a shot up quickly here, guys. We don't have time to run through our offense. I think he made the right choice, but didn't go in, obviously. Decent look if you can have one from 28 feet. Graff's free throw is no good, short. So it remains a 6-point game. Another miss would keep it a 2-score game. And he hits that one. 7-point game. Get it into Hunnemer. Hunnemer up the right side. Dribbling. Crosses over. The left wing pulls up from 19. They just want to shoot a 3 instead of pulling up from 19. No good. Rebounded by Kroll. He'll be fouled by Tetzloff. That'll be 4. The coach would probably say, Jones, just step back and shoot a 3 if you're going to shoot a 19-footer. But didn't go in anyway. To the line goes Kroll. Nolan Kroll, 81% free throw shooter on the year. That you want to put there. And he gets that one to roll in off the front of the rim. Rolled around and just hung on the front of the rim for a split second. Fell through. It's an 8-point ball game. 10.5 to go. Probably putting the nail in the coffin here. And the second one is good as well. Bobcats hung in there. A valiant effort. Just going to come up a little short here. Johnson double teamed, and his pass is tipped by Graff. He's going to hold it in the backcourt, and that's going to take us to a final. 50-41. This is going to be a frustrating one for the Bobcats. Obviously, you come in at 0-10, and against the number 3 team in the state, nobody expects you to win, but you were in it, and in fact, led by a majority of this game. And just down the stretch, they got the momentum swung back in their favor, and just kind of got outlasted.
They did, exactly. And there have been two, looking through these first 11 games now, Brookings hasn't found themselves with a lead in too many of the games. So, too, that also just kind of comes with that experience, what it's like having the lead, and then as you see it maybe slowly slip away, just composing yourself. And again, comes back to, like we had mentioned, some free throws. You make a couple more of those throughout the game, find yourself a little closer, but still nonetheless, Harrisburg probably wasn't giving Brookings much of a chance coming into this game. Seeing that record and the fight that they had was huge. And again, we've kind of said it all season too. I know Brookings doesn't want the moral victories, but still, you come in against the number 3 team and put up that fight, like you had mentioned, led for a lot of the game. Definitely a stepping stone in the right direction for the Bobcats.
50-41, the final. With the loss, the Bobcats fall to 0-11. With the win, the Tigers of Harrisburg improved to 9-2, and maybe jumping up. I think didn't we say Brandon Valley was losing earlier to Marshall, Minnesota? It was a close game. They were down by 1 to Marshall, Minnesota. But so Brandon Valley were to lose, maybe Harrisburg would leapfrog them into the second spot. But as of right now, they're at least securely in that third spot, even though they kind of got taken to the brink by the Bobcats here in Brookings tonight.
Yeah, too, they did kind of shoot the ball extremely well either, but still, just comes back to a couple free throws here and there. I know there were a couple calls too that Brookings obviously can't get back now, but still, nonetheless, you have to use that